Yo, 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 good morning. We're back again. Back again. Let's get ready for it. It's Power Plays Palace, baby. And we in the building. Let's get ready for it. All right, here we go. Boom. There it is. Chart from yesterday. We were looking for gap reclaim long above 739.20. We're looking at targets being 743, 16, 746, and 750.18. And then if we had an oversold bounce, and what that means is we pull back to the 732.27 range, then we was going to be looking for targets at 736, 739.20, 743.16. Now, if we had a push up and then we had rejection at that push up, we were going to be looking for targets back now in the 736, 30, 732, 27, and 730. And if we had a pullback into the pre-market low before it started to make a move down, then we were looking at 730, 727, and 725. Y'all notice my numbers kind of align with each other. We said the key battle area be between 739.20 and 732.27. And so we'll be looking at these things, these different levels. Okay, so let's go and look at what happened in the chart yesterday. Alright, so let's look at SPY. So SPY opened up yesterday at 733.76. It went down to 732.31. Was a low. So I mean it went into the 27 area that we talked about on the chart. So from there we had, but it came, but it didn't break it. It stayed there, and then it started to move its way back up. And it started to work its way back up. It reclaimed the VWAP right here at 9:35. So 5 minutes now. You know, I tell you, I don't do the trade in the first 15 minutes. That's just, I mean, you gotta try it. At least that's for me. Some people do. But you see, we started to move up, and the first level on the chart, if we reclaimed, if we stayed above this resistance, would have been 736. So we hit that 736 mark right here at about 940, and then the next level on our chart would be 739.20, which we got to at 1020. So it depended on how you play. You could have got in when it reclaimed the VWAP here after the 732. You could have got in after it rejected, after the support held up, and then you could have started to play it in. So by 1020, you already reached two levels on the chart. Now the other thing I said on the chart though is if we go up into this 739.20 area, and then we reject from up here, the next level down would be again 736. And so where did we end up at? When it did finish pushing down, we ended up at 734.25. So if you would have played the chart on both sides, on both sides, the first area after they came back to the oversold bounce, 732.27, you'd have played it up to 736 and 739.20. You didn't get to 743, but then up here it triggered the rejection right there near the 739, and then you go back to 736 and 732.27, which we didn't get back to. Let's go back to the chart, which we didn't get back to, but we did come back to 734 before it started to try to push back up, and then it pretty much it went back up $3. So you got back into the 737 area. So I mean, you could have played this and then got the resistance and tried to ride it back up to 736. But if you were just playing off the chart, you already would have satisfied most of that for the day. You would have had three good areas that you could have played from. But then, as you can see, we got over here. We got back up close to the. We went over 738.10, again, and then it rejected again back down, and it went all the way to 733 33, and that was the lowest point of the day after the initial when it dropped to 732.27. And remember, all this took place in between that chop zone we talked about, between the 732.27 and the 739.20. All that took place in that area. So if you would have played the chart and just follow the rules on yesterday, well, not just the rules, but follow the suggestions on yesterday, you would have had a pretty decent day, and you would have been prepared for everything that was going on, and you could have did, based on what I saw, you could have played. You could have had 3 or 4, maybe 5 good trades in just off the execution rules, and so I consider that a good day, man. It was a great day on the charts. So let's get down to the chart for the day, and let's see what we got for the day. All right, so what we'll be looking at, the pre-market high is 737.07, and the pre-market low is 734.43. So what we'll be looking at for the day is if we get a breakout long above the 737.06 mark, then we'll be looking for an entry around 737.20, 738, with our targets being 739.63, 742, and 745. And with our support bounce, it'll be at 734.43, entry at 734.60 to 735.20. Stop below 733.20. Target be 736.50, 737.06, and 739.63. And if we get a rejection up there around the 737 mark, we'll be looking for an entry around 736.60, 737.20, with our stop above 738.50. Target's going to be 735.50, 734.43, and 732.31. And then if we get a breakdown below that before the market opens, we got 732.31, 730, and 727. With the entry being around 734.10, 733.50, with our stop above 735.70. And that'll be our targets for today with our buys. Our chop zone today will be between 734.43 and 737.06. That's where the fight is at. Once you break through one of those two levels, then we should see a move in those areas, in that direction. If not, then we'll stay safe, play it safe, and then we just do one trade at a time. But that's what we have for today. This Power Plays Palace, man. If I say anything in here that helps you, man, please like, share, and subscribe. Watch the video. Stay disciplined. This is not financial advice. It's just some ideas from a person who trade every day. And if you want to join our group, we over at Power Plays, the Discord, and you can free to join. You can come over at any time and join our group. And man, we go over these charts and all this information. If you want to get further explanation on the chart and why we choose these levels, then come on in and join us at Power Plays, the Discord, and then we can go from there. But in the meantime, be safe, have fun, play your charts, and be disciplined, man. This Power Plays Pilots, man, and we out, man. We'll catch you tomorrow, man.